Hello everyone! Inflation is not that real. Nowadays, lots of people are talking about, oh, inflation is super high, 8%, 6%, 7%, but this kind of stuff actually doesn't impact our day-to-day life. Why? Here's an example. If you're to go to, let's say, supermarket to buy meat, right? Usually, like without high inflation, like during the pandemic, maybe like 2% kind of inflation, you buy a meat, let's say $10. And then right now, the CPI, some inflation stuff is like, let's say 6%, then maybe the meat will become from $10 to, let's say, $11. That's like a 10% increase in the price. But $10 to $11, not that difference, right? If you say bigger stuff, let's say to buy a car, from 20,000 to 21,000 to 22,000. Only a few $1,000s in difference is not too much. Unless you buy a house, then that's like a different story, right? It would cost you like hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars. As the number becomes larger and larger, the small difference in the percentage will matter a lot. So that's why I say that high inflation actually doesn't impact our day-to-day life much. Instead of saving money, I actually believe that it's more important to invest and to make more money. For example, if a current job doesn't pay much, then we need to think about like how to increase our income. Maybe do like a side hustle, drive Uber or do YouTube, whatever you feel like you can make more money on the side. Instead of just keep on saving those tiny money like $1, $2, $1,000, not that difference. This kind of nuances doesn't change our life much. Now talking about inflation, of course we'll also have to talk about the recent layoffs. I remember a few weeks ago, my friend told me that, oh, he just realized from the news that his company was actually laying off people. And then I told him not to be afraid because there's always a way out. There's like an old Chinese saying that every cloud has the silver lining. Basically, like when you're traveling, then you go to the end of the road and then what happened? You keep going. Everything in life happens for a reason. Whichever way we go, there must be a next way for us to go. For me personally, living in this bear market, lots of people are losing jobs and also stock market, crypto market are going downhill. I still live the same way. Like I still go to McDonald's, I still eat hamburgers, ramen and all the other food. Just like the way that I did during pandemic. I highly recommend you guys to think in the same way in general. Instead of always just looking at the small differences, it's always better to try to aim bigger stuff. Also, you have to consider your time too, right? For example, if you go to supermarket and it takes you super long time for you to find just like a $1 off coupon, why don't you just buy some item off the original price and then save your time like half an hour to go home and study, to learn more stuff, to watch more YouTube like watching my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to my channel. In this channel, I usually bullshit talk about many stuff, including life in general, inflation, money, travel, everything. So I said that do not care about those nuances in the difference in price, but actually high inflation not necessarily always bad, right? This kind of high inflation market also allows us to reflect on ourselves, to reflect, to think about how our lives have been doing in the past so that we can improve. Did we overspend, right? And also, did we have the lifestyle inflation? Lifestyle inflation means that once your income goes higher and higher, your lifestyle also costs you more and more. For example, you get a promotion in your job, whatever job you're having, and immediately you use the extra money to buy a brand new Mercedes-Benz. Now that's a lifestyle inflation because the cost of your lifestyle keeps on increasing with the same speed, or even worse, in a higher speed than your promotion, then you're screwed. If your promotion only gives you like extra $1,000 a month, on the other hand, your brand new Mercedes costs you like over $1,000 than your previous car, then you're screwed. That means even though you get a new car, but your net saving is less because you now spend more money than the extra money you earn from the promotion. By the way, just like a side fun fact, screw up also could be called like GG, good game. So I remember when I was like a little kid, like during high school and middle school, lots of gamers in school and they usually say GG, that means like good game, oh you're screwed up, GG. So if you have lifestyle inflation, GG. time to cut down your costs. Talking about lifestyle inflation, I personally also experience it too. Like when I get some more money, then I would want to live a better place, bigger apartment, and more rooms, and then bigger space, bigger square foot, those kind of stuff. But even with the increase of profits and then like a bigger apartment, that kind of lifestyle inflation doesn't help me much. Like I remember when I was getting more money and then I moved to a better apartment, and then I promised to myself, oh, I get a better apartment, then I can film better YouTube videos. But that didn't happen. Bigger apartment makes me live better, but doesn't necessarily like make my YouTube videos better. For example, I'm outside right now, right? Like in a park, in a balcony. How is that related to my apartment? Doesn't relate to my apartment. I just go to a random park in the city, then I find this. So overall, still very thankful for life, of course, right? We only live once and we are very thankful. We're also very lucky to be alive in this world. And whatever your life is in right now, highly suggest you to keep on learning, keep on fighting, keep on improving your life. If you like this channel, make sure you subscribe. If you watched this video until now, I have special tips for you. I mentioned earlier about the lifestyle inflation. Do not overspend on the stuff that are not beneficial in the long term. What does that mean? When I was a little kid in China, I went to public school, and so there were lots of students just all from different backgrounds. And I clearly remember one of my Chinese teachers said that do not save money by not spending money on books. These are very important. Once you buy the books, you learn the material, you grow, then you have more opportunities to make more money. So you can save money definitely by not buying an expensive car, by not doing some random stuff that will cost you a lot of money, especially not beneficial in the long term. Education is definitely worth the money. I know now in America, especially higher education like colleges, they usually cost a tons of money. In that case, you need to think about your options, like what kind of schools do you have to choose? You choose the right one, relatively not too expensive, and also the school provides you with good career outcome or good stuff that you can learn from, then go for it. Despite having some debts, you can pay them off later on. If you were to go to a for-profit school, definitely no. Don't go to for-profit school. You will be screwed up. If you have to choose between for-profit school or community college, just go straight to community college. In America, lots of community colleges are basically free for enrollment, so just go and learn. And then I also share with you me upgrading my apartment due to my increase in profit, right? So this kind of stuff, you also need to be careful. Do not overspend money on a place that gives you super small marginal benefit. What does that mean? Like for example, I used to be living with my parents, super crowded small room by myself. I could not do my filming, very difficult. And now I have a relatively bigger space by myself, then I could do my filming. So in this case, the marginal benefit is still pretty big for me, right? Because now I get my own place, like bigger space, like at least my parents or other folks would not be able to interrupt me when I'm filming. So this is a marginal benefit, and I think this marginal benefit is pretty big. For example, in your case, let's say you just want to upgrade by yourself from 1 bedroom to 2 bedrooms so that you could have like an extra computer room. This kind of stuff, not necessarily worth it. The marginal benefit is pretty low, so you really need to be careful with this kind of lifestyle inflation, especially with the living places. Because overall, houses, apartments, condos, all these kind of stuff in America are super expensive. And usually when you sign up for an apartment lease, it's like a 1-year deal. So if you screw up once, you screw up for a year. So make sure you be careful, think clearly before you sign any contract. I will see you next time. Goodbye!